When we did the charge test last week, a lot of you guys wanted to see what would happen if we did the same test but in reverse. Basically a battery drain test. Well, that is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech and welcome to our first battery drain test video. If you do end up liking what you see here, please consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get this video started. So before we begin the test, let's first take a quick look at the contenders here. Starting from left to right, we've got the OnePlus 7T, the iPhone 11, the Realme X2 Pro, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and the Redmi K20 Pro. The Poco is just there to function as a stopwatch. Amongst these phones, which one do you think is gonna have the best battery life? Which one do you think is gonna last the longest? And which one do you think is gonna die first? Now, do not jump to the end of the video. Before we start, just leave a comment below. Just say first, last, which one do you think is gonna die first? Which one do you think is gonna die last? Which one's gonna last the longest? Just go ahead, leave that in the comments below. Let's see if you can get this right, because the end result, it actually surprised me. So go ahead, leave a comment below. Let's now get this thing started. All the phones have been charged up to 100%. So let's kick things off by unplugging the charger. We also went ahead and set the same brightness levels across all devices. First, let's try to simulate some social media usage. Opening up Instagram on all the devices, navigating to the Discover page, scrolling through a bit on the Samsung, Redmi and Realme. Now that's because we want an even mix of looping videos and images from the phones. Let's fast forward this a bit since it is really boring. Checking in at the half an hour mark, the OnePlus is at 97%, iPhone 100, Realme 88, Samsung 96 and the K20 Pro 98%. All the phones have done pretty well thus far, but the iPhone, it's got the lead. It's not even dropped a single percent of charge. That's pretty incredible, right? Anyway, let's now stress the CPUs further by opening up PUBG. So we're running it on extreme detail on all devices except the Note 10 Plus. For some reason, it doesn't seem to support that. Anyway, after letting the game drain resources for around 1.5 hours, let's see where the battery levels stand. OnePlus has lost the most battery percentage here. It's now sitting at the bottom of the pile with 67% left in the tank. The rest of the phones, they've performed fairly similarly. All are at around the 70% mark. Okay, enough gaming for the time being. Let's now jump into video playback. Opening up YouTube, let's go to our channel. By the way, subscribe to C4eTech if you've not done it yet. Starting my comparison video, making it full screen on all devices. Now we're gonna just let it play for half an hour because video streaming is something we all commonly do. We're gonna observe the drop in percentages after that. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours here. And once more, the 7T is at the bottom. It's got 61% battery left. Next is the iPhone and it's come down to 64%. The Note 10 Plus, X2 Pro and the K20 Pro are at 66, 67 and 68% respectively. So it's still pretty close at the top with all three phones being within 1% of each other. For the next part of the test, we are going to return to gaming, but this time it's going to be a more casual title called Clash of Cars because it isn't always that we play intense titles. From time to time we play casual games, right? So let's see how the phones hold up when we're going to be gaming pretty casually. Another half an hour of gaming. So it's been 3 hours since the start of the test here. OnePlus is nearly at 50%. The iPhone 11 has surprisingly been quite good. It's got the lowest capacity battery, but it's managed to keep up with the 4000 mAh plus devices. The Realme and Samsung are both at 59%, while the K20 Pro maintains its lead with 60% juice still remaining. Time we brought out the big guns, I suppose. Now we're gonna record 4K video on all the devices. However, just a few minutes into the test, the OnePlus 7T throws up a warning saying the phone is too hot and needs to cool down. Well, that was kinda expected since we were just gaming and all that. We've been pushing the phones quite a bit. There has been quite a bit of battery consumption as well too, right? So things are looking a bit grim for OnePlus here. Anyway, let's give the phone some time to cool down. We are pausing the stopwatch as well, and we are now back up and running again. Changing gears, let's run the Antutu benchmark now. All the phones, they finish around the 3.5 hour mark. Looking at the percentages, the 70 is at 35, the iPhone 11 at 41, Realme 45, Note 10 Plus 43, and the K20 Pro, it's at 46%. Now, despite having the largest battery of the bunch, the Note 10 Plus is falling behind. Now, looks like the battle for the top spot is gonna be between Redmi and Realme. Now, returning to gaming once more, this time Asphalt Legends. Checking in at the 4-hour mark, the 70, it's just got about a quarter of its charge left. The iPhone is at 1/3 and the Note 10 Plus is at 36%. Realme and Redmi are at a joint first place with 38% charge left on both. Let's run one more graphically intensive benchmark now. And that took nearly 15 minutes and a good chunk of battery. The OnePlus is on its last legs, just 16% left. The iPhone, Note 10 Plus and Realme are at 27, 28 and 29% respectively. The K20 Pro, it seems to be headed for the win here with 32% juice left. Switching over to YouTube after that, half an hour of that. And the 4-hour 45-minute mark is here. The 70, it's at 11%. The iPhone and the Note are at 23%. Realme at 24%. The K20 Pro has a 5% lead over the others. It's at 29%. Will 15 more minutes of 4K video recording be enough to kill at least one phone? Not really. The OnePlus is still holding on by a thread. 3% battery left on the 70, iPhone and Realme at 15%, while Samsung is at 16, K20 Pro is at 21. Now running one more benchmark test, 5 hours have passed now, and while we generally complain about battery life, sitting down and trying to drain these phones, it's been quite the task, quite the chore. The OnePlus, it gives up finally at 5 hours and 6 minutes. The rest of the four pull through the benchmark. But other than the K20 Pro, every other device is at less than 10%. Surprisingly, the next one to go is Samsung. The Note 10 Plus dies just shy of the 5-hour 30-minute mark. Switching over to the benchmark, and now the X2 Pro 2 has run out of charge. It lasted nearly 5 hours and 40 minutes. Surprisingly, the iPhone is still standing, despite the fact that the battery here is just 3110 mAh compared to 4000 mAh on the K20 Pro. Impressive, right? The iPhone 11 finally kicks the bucket at around 5 hours and 45 minutes. The K20 Pro is the winner here. It lasts for a whole 6 minutes more. So what did we learn from this battery drain test? Well, first off, iOS is pretty well optimized. You know, the A13 Bionic here, it is a pretty decent chip, pretty battery efficient as well. And the HD Plus resolution, that did not hurt. It helped the iPhone 11 quite a bit in this drain test. It managed to outlast phones like the Note 10 Plus, which has an almost 35% higher capacity battery. Now, fun fact, we didn't use the Note 10 Plus at Quad HD. Even at the lower Full HD Plus resolution and a higher capacity battery, Samsung didn't manage to hold out. It finished right after OnePlus. And while the battery timings of OnePlus and Realme might not seem that impressive, do remember that we had them at 90 Hz refresh, and those games do consume quite a bit of battery, especially at those refresh rates. Now, the GPU, it actually gets taxed a lot more when the refresh rates are higher. Do keep that in mind. So if you're looking to buy one of these high refresh rate devices, make sure you do switch to 60 Hz if the battery it is running low. And well, other than that, it looks like MIUI seems really good when it comes to battery optimization. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. So what do you guys think? Did the results surprise you? Did you think the iPhone would last as long as it did? Also, do you have any feedback on this video? This is something new that I'm kind of experimenting with. Any suggestions, welcome. Please do let me know in the comments below if you want me to change something or the other. Now, I'm sure you guys know the rest. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name is Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.